Hey guys, and welcome to this video regarding bonus XP weekend and a bonus XP skill which can make you money the next 10 days before the latest bonus XP live. Now we have done that with construction and herbal so far, and now it's time to move on to the next skill which I think is worthwhile doing before bonus XP live to make profits on your account. But also with this method you have the massive benefit of a highly AFK method. So what we're going to be looking at is archaeology. Now the reason archaeology is worthwhile to do before a bonus XP live is because archaeology's mechanics change on a bonus XP live event. Rather than the artifacts being double the XP, they are retrieved twice as fast. So this almost acts as double XP because the bulk of XP for archaeology does come from the artifact. So by getting the artifacts twice as quick, you are technically getting double the XP. However, this presents a massive downside, which I don't think a lot of people quite understand, but by getting the artifacts twice as quick, you are getting the materials to restore that artifact at the same rate. So even though you are getting the artifacts, you're getting half the materials you normally would to restore it. So what people will do is, as a result of being so short on materials, will buy the archaeology materials to restore their artifact to get their XP. That provides us with a couple of special opportunities around the bonus XP live to really take advantage of archaeology and the AFK ability it offers. This can be done while you're studying for school, working from home if you're lucky enough, or just chilling playing another game. I sometimes do archaeology if I'm playing on the PlayStation or playing FIFA, or doing anything really, or even if I'm just like doing some emails for work, I'll do archaeology because it's one of the best AFK skills in the game. So one thing I would say first before you do this, if you have any materials in your material storage before a bonus XP live, I would sell these because they will be selling for a premium. So sometimes just from doing archaeology every now and then, and I've been 200 mil for the best part of 2 years, and just from here, if I was to price check this, I have 21 mil sat in my archaeology container, which really I don't use and I don't really have an intention of using. But what you can do, especially if you've been trained in archaeology, write down how much of each material you have, put it in your notes in game. You do have a notes tab you can use. Sell it on the Grand Exchange while it's at a higher price. Admittedly, I'd probably give it like a couple of days to a week before I sell it, and then buy it back after the bonus XP live's finished because people won't be trained in archaeology. The demand won't be there, which is what will cause the price rise. Because the demand's there for materials, that's why the materials will go up. But yeah, it's a very good opportunity in time to AFK archaeology, even if you weren't planning to play the game. AFK in archaeology requires that little effort. You're able to do it while playing other stuff and literally doing other stuff. Of course, with archaeology, there's some items and some skill items you want to make sure you have. The auto screener is the best update to a certain skill at all. It just makes archaeology full on, effortless, and really easy to like do. Yeah, if you've got any form of outfit, the Grace of the Elves is huge for making sure it's AFK as well, banking it to your bank. Premier Artifact, this is one of the best things to use a Premier Artifact for because it will give you a 50% chance of a Porter. If you've got a Grace of the Elves, it works in conjunction and will just reduce the amount of Grace of the Elves charges you're going to use as well. Even if you've got standard Porters, that will make this somewhat AFK as well. Now, for an example, I'm going to go and do this. It's one of the Zamorak spots, which is actually making a bit of decent profit. But this can be done at any spot you wish. If you're planning to train archaeology, if you just do it at your normal archaeology spot, you will make money either way, and you can just put those artifacts to one side to return to later and make profit then. And basically, to do archaeology, it's as easy as let's just hope it's here. Finding the spot you want to train at and clicking the spot to start harvesting materials, and then pretty much AFK from there. It is one of the best skills in the game in my opinion, and something I really enjoy doing. Now, I'm a bit sad that I can't get XP for it and it's not really worthwhile. But I have friends who do archaeology even over 200 mil just because there's such good profit in it. So if I was just to disable this porter and just let my info fill up, we can have a quick look at like what you'll make. From this one, this is the level 110 spot, which isn't actually the one I want to do. So this is the higher tiered one. So this is 116, which admittedly I know people can't be able to do the higher tier spots, but what's great about archaeology as well is that they've combined something like 8 items between all the spots in one sort of god set. So these materials you get in here will be used at level 1, level 2, level 20, level 40, level 60. So there's always demand through all the levels rather than something being like niche and not needed after a certain point. But yeah, if you've got some AFK and you need to do, by all means, archaeology is very good. Some things I would say though is, we can see it here, the colours and the colour dyes in archaeology are something which seem to spike the most anyway, and are very good in terms of profit, and probably better than just hunting like certain remain spots. The only thing annoying about cache is a cache will run out. But here you're quite well positioned really to be able to go to a cache, mine out the cache, and as soon as the cache is mined out, you can go back to remains and then go back and forth. But again, depends what you want to do. Each caddy on red there is 7.8k, which is just AFK money. This won't be forever though. Admittedly, this spot is 5 mil per hour and there will be a separate video coming out about it. But Archaeology is, especially leading up to a bonus XP weekend, it has a chance to be way more beneficial and way more of a money-making skill than it normally is. It's very underrated for being a pure money-making skill because people just don't think it is, because they think about how much they've got to spend to upgrade the artifacts. But if you're not interested in doing your artifacts and you just have to sell in the raw materials, so here we've made 100k in pure raw materials. Now there is two options of how you want to do it. You can either camp an artifact spot or you can go and hunt for caches. Caches, I would probably stick to the colours and then look at the wiki. The wiki does a great page of breaking down what's the most expensive items. It's very hit and miss with like what's the current trend in archaeology stuff. And we talk about it in Market Watch as well. Like random items will be going up in archaeology. But things like Third Age Iron, even though it's not the highest, it's a great non-members moneymaker. But just have a quick look and see what's best. Normally it'll be something which will be crossed up across all the different various gods. Or like Hellfire Metal and Blood of Orcus are always really good ones. 10.7k for a Hellfire Metal, and it's not even really high. These were going up anywhere between 14 16k during the height of Necromancy. But yeah, and that's something I always like try and push. Having an AFK skill during your whole lot, sort of like the count life, is really good to fall back on when you're not in the mood to play or when you're doing something else and you don't really need to pay a lot of attention, but it will give you progress as well. Archaeology, depending on what spot you're at, can make you anywhere between like 2 to 3 mil to like 9 to 10 mil. It depends what it is and depends like how AFK you're going to take it, but it is really, really good. And something like I'll probably be doing on the main account, add something like a Bandos spot. Or this spot, actually, this spot gets Tetras as well. Tetras is another thing to include. Maybe if you're not after like the most optimal XP for your level, but Tetras is how I trained Archaeology because then it gave me a chance to go for the pickaxe. It gave me a chance of other rewards and a lot of master clues as well as a result. So yeah, that is our third skill of this sort of bonus XP live prep. Something I pretty much do every time it comes is especially like clear out my material storage because I don't have use for it. I don't really count on it. I always buy it back just in case, but by doing it, I'll make like 5 to 10 mil just by selling stuff and buying it back. It's just easy money. And every time that comes up, it's just worthwhile for me doing anyway. Might not be worth it for you guys, depending on what you've got in your storage and what you've not. But if you do need a nice, easy, heavy AFK, Archaeology is definitely one. Sell the materials, but be very conscious of the price, because prices will change upon demand, which can be very heavily impacted on Archaeology. Even if you pick a spot, look at what spots it's going to give you in terms of materials. If you've got something which will do a colour, that'll be very good. So here in this spot, I'm going to get the Hellfire Metal, which will be really good. And maybe I'll jump and do the colours, the red dye, whenever it's there. But that's going to be my spot. This and the Spear Tip spot in Bandos are going to be the two I'll rotate with. I'll probably do this if I ever get a chance to work from home for work as well, along with woodcutting. But a very good skill, very good AFK, and definitely something you can do to build your account up, or at least like pay. This could pay for your membership if you like even playing something else. So really, really good. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please make sure to like the video. Please make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys very soon in the next one. We still have 2 more skills to release to you guys, so I hope you're looking forward to it, and we've still got plenty of other content on the way as well.